it really never came to life until we found Diego. Very strong physical presence with a charisma that I find uncomfortable. No, I'm kidding.
Matthew, thank you for coming. It's so important to have your support.
Oh, you don't have it yet.
Ooh.
There was no second book by John le Carré, no sequel to The Night Manager. So the challenge for us became, how do we move forward and retain the specific narrative stitching of his writing?
Why does he call me Jonathan?
Because it's your name. Jonathan Pine, the man who brought down Richard Roper.
The DNA of The Night Manager is a strain about fathers and sons. Le Carré himself had a very difficult relationship with his father, who was a confidence trickster, a con man. So these themes of trust, deception, secrets, lies, betrayal were part of the very beginning of his development, and he stitched those themes into all of his work. David Farr, our screenwriter, who adapted the novel from the book for the first time, had a dream. Roper now has a son from a relationship a long time ago in South America, and that child has grown into Teddy dos Santos, who has his own agency and his own complex sense of belonging.
And what are you doing in Colombia?
Well, let's just say it's getting more complex to work with our Chinese friends, so I'm seeking new opportunities.
Teddy is a three-dimensional character of untold depth. When he appears in the series, he has to appear with a very specific charisma. He has to be physically commanding, someone who all the leading characters talk about before we see him, and almost present as a primary antagonist, a bad man who has done bad things. At least that's how he's presented in the opening. And then as we get to know Teddy, there are so many layers, vulnerabilities, and delicacies and sensitivities in his soul.
I found myself looking for Teddy as a child first, not in the present, in the past, in a way, because it was hard for me to humanize and to put all this charisma, even if it's uncomfortable, or try to create this character that should be magnetic and people should like fall in love in a way of him. He lost his way in time. So I had to find first the reason why, and I found trauma. And I think Night Manager is a family show also, like about fatherhood or brotherhood too, because the moment I understood and I felt that void, that pain, that hole that Teddy's trying to fill all the time with power, money, stuff, that's not enough. He knows he's a sinner, but his goal is actually the approval of his father.
Yes, of course.
It's something kind of easy as any trauma, but so complex as any trauma. Yesterday in Cartagena, I told you too much.
That's your problem, not mine.
I didn't see your initial audition, but we had a chemistry test, and it was over Zoom, actually. And Georgie and I spoke, actually, after I've ever told you this. She called me and said, "What did you think of that?" And I was like, well, we should just call him immediately. Because there was a charge, even on Zoom, between the way we were playing the scenes. I don't know where she found you. But she found you. And we're so grateful.
Take your time, Matthew. There's no rush.
A donation.
To my wonderful charity.
David Farr has talked very eloquently about a kind of ancient dynamic in drama of the erotic and the erotic charge between Pine and Teddy. It's partly to do with mutual curiosity and a kind of fractured codependency. They realize very early on that they'll need each other, and in different ways.
Themselves in the other,
yes.
Don't you think?
A reflection.
There's some kind of recognition.
A mirror. That they become a mirror for each other. They're both alone, they're both damaged, they're both in incredibly dangerous predicaments. And in that dance scene, they are in a dance of seduction. They're seducing each other.
Cuando mi gatito sepa, y es tan simple la razón.
There's this mutual need and a mutual curiosity and a mutual fascination, but it's coming from a soul connection that they don't fully understand yet.
Even now that I rewatch it, I still finding like layers into it.
Yeah.
And there was no rehearsal. We kind of found every scene doing it.
Yeah. You can disappear into those hills, back to your sister. Be Eduardo Vidal again. No one will ever know. You can be free. But not with him alive.
For Teddy, when Jonathan shows Teddy the truth about Roper, that's not his comfort place
Right,
at all.
right.
He's been used to lie and to pretend and to create this shield. Is some kind of release, but also I always felt that moment as the realization that he's gonna die. I don't know how to explain it, but that's why when we shoot the scene in the jungle, Teddy never says goodbye.
No.
I was feeling like about to cry, right? And Georgie asked me like, why? And I said, because I'm really saying goodbye. Like, I don't think I'm gonna see Jonathan again.
Yeah.
And I think that's also the reason why I froze with the gun.
Yeah.
Because I'm not capable to take my father's life, and I kind of know the only thing that could take my father down is you. It's acceptance. All those lies, all those not recognition or acceptance that I never had from my father, finally someone is telling the truth.
Yes.
And by the way, for someone, finally, Teddy is enough, you know? That's something really important. Teddy is never enough, not to himself, not to Roxy, not to Roper. He's always like wanting more, reaching for more. Till that moment when he realized he's just enough.
Yeah.